it's been very important that we start thinking about how we're going to be better at value-based care, how we're going to be better at population health, and we've often struggled with getting data to us easily and being able to process it. When we started embarking on the enterprise data platform, it became apparent to me that the idea is that we could actually now have that information available to us a lot more easily so that we could actually make some decisions or have it available to us when we're trying to make decisions a lot more quickly than we ever had before.
So the Catalyst project, before it was named Catalyst, and the idea was a data warehouse, has been a dream since 2011. So I attended a meeting down in Texas with an organization that had built out an amazing data warehouse that had real-time information, that gave access and insight into exactly what was happening in business operations, and thought, this is what we need. And so we have been talking about this and building towards this for a number of years. So we view Catalyst as an engine for not only the more basic levels of management and the functions of management, but also as an innovator driver of our organization. So an accelerator to innovation. Thus the name Catalyst.
All right, when I think about what we're trying to solve through Catalyst and working with Insight, it's complicated in that we're an organization that grew really pretty fast, and our footprint expanded, and our sites expanded, and our service lines expanded. And over that process, we moved fast and with a heart for doing what we do, which is to provide care to these communities and try to make them healthier. But in that process, you need to also invest in your infrastructure and your decision-making processes and the data that helps refine and improve and really make sure that you're using your resources with the best stewardship possible. Those investments didn't necessarily happen at the same pace as our growth. And so Catalyst and Insight, working with Insight to develop the Catalyst program for HealthPoint is a really critical investment in our future.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest takeaways is just to have a one-stop shop place that we know we want to get to, so that when we talk about Catalyst, we know where we're going, how we're getting the information, everybody's consuming the information the same way.
I care about this most because our operations leaders are often operating blind. They're there, but do they know who is not being seen? And we're worried about the inequities in our community, and yet we can't see who's not being seen. We can't see whether our services are equally meeting the needs of all of our patients. That's a problem. And we're blind to it. It's not intentional. So to me, the ability to connect the care we're providing with the community to have the impact we intended is just foundational. And the ability to understand our patient experience and their voice and what they're telling us about what's working and what's not working can't be coming 90 days later. It needs to be coming now, and we have not had the ability to do that. Catalyst is going to provide us that ability, and many, many other things in terms of good stewardship. But to me, those are the pieces that are very exciting from an operations perspective.
From an internal perspective, our business leaders, our clinical leaders, all of our leadership across the organization will have access to a wealth of information about what's happening at the org level, at the patient level, at the clinic level, and will provide this project will provide an incredibly rich data set for us to know our business, run our business, and improve our business.
So, whereas before we had to rely a lot on spreadsheets and things that centralized staff had to maintain, now with Catalyst, where our hope is that we could actually click a button, get a really good report out on the patient panel that we're taking care of right away. That would be great.
What I'm seeing from my leaders who are getting involved is really kind of what question am I trying to answer through this data, and who needs to know that, and how do we use it together to inform or drive the business. So I'm already seeing those early things, and it's beautiful.